sublet. All right, we teach people how to do sublet. We teach investors how to rent rooms. You see, a lot of investors for the past few years they are bleeding. They cannot get enough renter. So a lot of property investors have already go into room renting instead of just renting one whole unit. All right, and that is where our knowledge and our workshop comes in. We conduct classes every month. Every month we conduct classes for more than 60-70 people every month. Now online also is about that also. So Vicky Howe, Dr. Charles Manis, and of course Andrew. All right, we have Andrew here. Andrew Lee is also one of our coach. We conduct classes in English and Chinese. We also conduct in Bahasa Malaysia. At the moment, my Malay coach is on sabbatical. She's taking a rest, so taking care of the family. So we will ask her to come back later. Her name is called Sheila. All right. Okay. And before I go further, I have to ask for a small disclaimer. All right. Tonight is more of a sharing. Okay. So please take it as a sharing only. All right. So it is not a legal advice. It is not what you call okay, let me read it up. Subletting actually would like to declare the following disclaimer is for informational purposes only. All information, suggestion, ideas mentioned here should not be construed as advice or recommendation. Okay, so use it at your own discretion. Okay, so let me share this video with you. This one is a property investor. Hi everyone, I'm Uncle James. Sitting beside me here is Dr. Sean Tan, dental surgeon. All right, normally people say dentist. And this is Ernest Yong. He's an engineer by profession, and both of them are my students. They have attended my sublet entrepreneurship course before. Dr. Tan, can you tell us why are you involved in this sublet business?
Well, 4 years ago, I wanted to interested in property investment. So I go around and try to find what's the best way to have a consistent results from the property investment. So one reality check that I have after I research around is that cash flow are very important in terms of property investment. Because of that, I understand that to get cash flow, you need rental. And just on that time, I met my Uncle James, and Uncle James introduced me to a sublet business, which not just give good return in terms of cash flow, and not just that, not much of the hustle as well, as comparison to maybe Airbnb. So that led me to believe that actually sublet business is the correct way to go into property investment.
Talking about property investment for sublet, so which are the property that you have bought? Where is the location?
I focus mostly in PJ area and the Bukit Jalil area.
Why Bukit Jalil?
Because Bukit Jalil area, first of all, I'm familiar with the place. I used to be a student and I live around there.
That's not so near.
IMU?
Yeah, I study at
and you live in Bukit Jalil area also?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So that's why that's the saying that in property investment, we need to find some place we're familiar, not just in terms of the location environment, the demographic as well, the people around there and their spending power. And
you've done a lot of research.
Yeah. So then we have done our research and we found that I found that Bukit Jalil area actually has the market that I want. That's why I choose to go Bukit Jalil to invest there.
I see.
Yeah.
And for your information, his dental clinic also is around Bukit Jalil.
Yes.
All right. And I think he's practicing what I have been teaching people. Okay. You want to do a sublet business, do it near your home. And if you're doing it part-time, do it near your office or near your business. Okay. And in that way, it is efficient. And when you're efficient, you can have more profit. Okay. Tell us more about your Bukit Jalil sublet business. Tell us more.
Oh, okay. It started as a very coincident that I bought a unit near to the unit I used to study in, which is
IMU, International Medical University.
International Medical University, yes.
Okay.
So what is coincident, I bought it at a below market price, and I feel that okay, maybe I can do something about it. So after that, I come to realize that there's a need of quality hostel. Which what happened is when I was a student, I faced a lot of difficulties. My friends as well, to find a quality hostel which the tenants and the owner is able to service them.
See the keyword quality hostel rooms.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Yes.
Mm.
So we find that there's a need for that. At the same time, I also wanted to help my juniors who wanted to source for a quality hostel, because imagine that you are the parents who are actually sending your kids, which is 17, 18 years old, to a school, and for their whole life they never left the house before. And right now, when you send them to a accommodation where you don't even know that whether you feel good by sending them to live there or not. So that's why this is what we want to provide to our, not just the students, the parents as well, a peace of mind that their kids will be safe and at the same time well taken care of.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And actually, in student hostel, we call that pastoral care. Make sure they stay in a safe place, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they stay in a secure place.
Yes.
And where you give laundry, you give housekeeping,
Yes.
you give good security, CCTV, and everything.
Yes.
You're doing a good job.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, now just in case you are in Bukit Jalil area, you can always drop by and with Dr. Sean. I think he's if for those what do you call agents who work around there, you can always go and visit him if you have a good property. Yeah, he's always buying. This guy he's very committed in property investment. I think he bought around the area more than 10 properties. Yeah, I mean dental clinic, they make a lot of money. All right. So okay, so let's carry on. Okay. All right, who wants to sell more houses? Come on, say me if you want to sell more houses. Comment me if you want to sell more houses. Come on. Come on. Comment me if you want to sell more houses. All right. Okay, this is not a property sales training. All right, I'm just sharing. So if the things that I share can help you to increase your sales, I'll be very happy. Okay, and of course, you can actually apply it also. All right. Okay, good. Yes, everybody want more sales, right? Okay, so now at the present market situation, you can see, I think all of you know how to go to Napik. All right. There are so many property going to the market. All right. Every month we have projects VP. All right. Now, in one condo, minimum also 300 over units. Average now is about 800 over units. Some of the bigger projects, 1,000 over units. Now, can you imagine how will they be able to rent out the unit, especially the new project, especially those 1,000 over units? Okay. Now, as a property agent, I'm also a property agent. Now, as a property agent, it's so difficult to sell, right? You are fighting with the whole world, you know. You're not only fighting with that building, you are fighting with the other building also. Okay, so how are we going to sell more? All right, so what we do, we teach our client, all right, or rather we share more information to our client and tell our client will say, you see, most property investor, they will buy, but they always ask one question in their mind: rent to who? All right, they want to invest, but rent to who? Who will be renting from them? That is a big issue. Okay, they want to buy because nowadays it's so easy to borrow money. All right, and especially if their DSR is already very good, they can keep on buying every few months. They can keep on buying. All right, and the profit is good, they can buy. But who will rent from them? That is the biggest headache for them. Okay, now if we as a property agent and we can give him some advice, all right, how to fill his unit or how to get rental income, he will more likely to buy from us or buy from you. Okay, now for example, let's look at this advertisement. Now Bukit Jalil, you all know, is so high density already. I think there's so many new blocks coming up already. Okay, so let's, for example, okay, the client want to buy a condo, right, in Bukit Jalil. Okay, condo for rent. When you Google condo for rent, look at the results. Okay, look at the results. The millions and millions of results. It means there are so many condos, you know. There's so many condos for rent. Condos are whole unit. Okay, so what about apartment? Also a lot of apartment for rent. Okay, what about double-story house? All right, what about double-story house? Also, a lot of double-story house around Bukit Jalil. So, it's so difficult to rent out the unit after buying. Okay, yes, people buy for stay, okay. But nowadays, not many people will buy for stay already, because I think most people will just buy for invest. Buy for stay, all right, they're very choosy. Okay, buy for invest, they look at the location, they look at the rental yield, okay, they look at the buying power around there, they will buy. Of course, if you can give them some tips how to collect rent, how to collect higher rental, they will make the decision faster. Okay, now just give an example. All right, I just give an example on the result. Now just imagine. Now just imagine. Just imagine. There's so many people looking for rooms. All right. No, this is just an example. All right. So now, if let's say if you were to, instead of renting condo, you rent rooms. Okay. Now there will be more people looking for rooms. Definitely, especially now with the COVID situation, with the pandemic, a lot of people lost job. All right. So a lot of people are renting apartment or condo. Now they have downgraded. They've downgraded from 3-room to 2-room, 2-room to studio. Studio, they are now going to rent master room. And those people renting master room, they rent medium room. Everybody is downgrading. It's very normal. All right. It's not shame to downgrade anymore, because the market is so bad. All right. The market is so bad, and people are very worried. People are trying to save every dollar, every ringgit. People are very worried. So they will, all right, they will be very choosy. And renting a whole apartment, a lot of people will dare not rent apartment anymore. Or rather, if their budget, because of the budget, they prefer to rent rooms. Because when you rent rooms, all right, you do not need to pay Wi-Fi. The landlord pay already. You do not need to pay electricity. The landlord pay already. Okay, you do not need to pay water. The landlord pay already. All right. If the apartment leak or anything then spoiled, they no need to do anything. They no need to pay maintenance fee. They no need to do repairs. They no need to change the lights. Everything is done by the owner. Okay, so a lot of young people now are going into renting rooms already. Okay, so if your customer, if your investor want to buy unit, want to buy property, tell them the wonderful thing about room renting. Afterward, I will share with you how easy it is to rent rooms nowadays. Last time, yes, very mafan. When people said, "Zhou Fong out," very scared already, very mafan. But now it's so easy. Everything is, at the fingertip, literally. Okay, because of the handphone. Okay, right? So now, just imagine all these people okay, if you drive around Klang Valley, there's so many empty condos, right? So many empty new houses. Okay, because it's so hard to rent out. When they buy, especially the new condo, when they buy it 2 years ago, all right, people never thought there would be so many projects, and also because of marketing. All right, so people buy, everybody line up to buy. Okay, so after that, they cannot rent out, and then it actually affects the whole market around the area. Okay, now you look at this, just look at the figures. All right, in this property guru itself, 64,000, all right, condominiums for rent. There's so many. Look at KLCC area alone itself. All right, just KLCC area, 20,000 condominium for rent. You are fighting with 20,000 owners. Okay, why not? You tell your investor, why not? Okay, make room renter. Take your unit and do room renter. Come, Mr. Investor, I will teach you how to do it. Okay, I will give you some tips how to do it. It's very simple. You really want to learn more, can always go to Subletting Asia and learn. All right, we charge only 800 plus ringgit for a half-day course, and we give him the template and everything. All right, and they're very happy because they save thousands of ringgit. All right, in fact, some of them, after they have come to our half-day course, they come again for our full-day full 2 days course, because they can buy more, and at the same time, they can take their neighbors and their friends unit to go and do sublet and make some money. All right. So look at all these figures is so scary. Okay. Now, if your client, if you don't give your prospects a confident level enough, they were very hard to make a decision to buy. Okay. But if you can share with them some so-called sublet secrets, all right, and you tell them, Mr. Prospect, don't worry. Okay. You make a booking today. All right. I will explain to you how you can actually get rental income. No problem. Okay. You do not need to wait until you do not need to wait. You do not need to rent to only families. You can always rent room by room. No problem. Everybody's doing it now. And now with all the technology, your apps and everything, it's so easy to collect rental. Everything is online now. All right. So when you tell all your clients all this, or your prospect this, they will be more confident to give you that 2% booking. Okay. Because if you rent unit, just imagine, look at this advertisement. All right. 3 rooms, 2 bathroom, 2 car park, 1,008. Okay. Now this guy, 2,000 below. Now you think people will rent the 1,008 or the 2,000? Probably, I think it's fully furnished. All right. Now, but if we rent rooms, definitely we'll get more than 2,000 ringgit. Some more, there's 2 more car park. All right. And we can collect money from the car park. When you rent one whole unit, you just give the car park away. All right. You just give the 2 car park away. But when you rent rooms, you can rent car park again. Right. One car park easily, we can rent 150 ringgit. Okay. And you have 2 car park, another 300 ringgit. Okay. So if you were to tell your client, your prospect, okay, the possibility of getting more income from doing sublet, all right, or from renting out the room separately, instead of waiting, choosing for a nice family to go and rent the unit. Okay, so you tell the owner, tell your prospect, don't worry, Mr. Prospect, this area very high demand for rooms. Okay, if you don't know, no problem. All right, let me share with you some secrets. Let me share with you some ideas. Let me share with you, okay, some of the ways how to fill the rooms. Okay, I will talk about that later. Now, if you can explain to your prospect slowly, carefully, clearly, that if you were to buy a 3-room apartment, okay, it's a very good investment. Okay, all you have to do is just add 1 more room. Okay, now property investment, all these property investors, when they buy property, what are they looking for? What are they looking for when they buy property? Can you comment? What are they looking for when they buy property? Cash flow? Rent? Yep. All right. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. Correct. Everybody's looking for ROI. Okay. They need you because you need when you spend money, you want some return. You want a return on your investment. You need ROI. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. We all know. Okay. But if we can tell our client clearly how to get the ROI faster and better, our prospect will give us the 2%. Confirm. Okay. Right? Because every investor in their mind, they want faster ROI. Okay. They want better ROI. That's for sure already. So you tell them, all right, or you show them how they can get faster ROI. How? Very simple. You tell your prospect, okay, add 1 extra room. Okay, you got 3 rooms now, add 1 more room. All right, add 1 more room. All right, every room is money. All right, and if you add 1 more room, it's another 600 ringgit to 1,000 ringgit, depending how big the room is. Because nowadays, partition room is very normal already. Okay, some older condo or even new condo also, you add bricks also is okay. Is it legally to add 1 more room? As long as you follow the proper procedure and apply to a management office. Okay, again, it depends on the DMC, deed of mutual convenience. and also Management Corporation Office. So if you apply, usually they will approve. Okay, usually they approve. Okay, I have been in this business for the last 21 years. Very rare, that we don't get approved. Very rare. All right, except even Mont Carrera also we did before. High end, very high end, we did before. Because very simple. All right, if you cannot rent out, okay, you have no money to pay maintenance. So maintenance office, management office also, they close one eye. Just give us the maintenance fee. All right. So they also don't want trouble. They just want you to renovate, okay, legally, renovate, properly. All right. If happen, fire incidents, can claim insurance? Yeah, why not? Partition board is a gypsum board, is fireproof, is not so fireproof, is a bomba approved. All right. And gypsum board can burn 2 hours before they collapse, and it doesn't spread fire because inside is gypsum. Yeah, there is some fire retardant chemical inside. Okay, and even if the partition board burns, it will collapse only. That's all. All right, because it's like a cement, it's gypsum. Yep. And it's approved by bomba. All right, officers do it, hostel do it, right? Everybody's doing it. Okay. All right, so it is it's gray area so far. So far, it's gray area. It's also not mentioned inside the Strata Title Act. Not mentioned. Okay, and so far nobody died inside the partition room. All right. Okay. In Malaysia, I think we are very safe lah. We are very fire safety conscious lah. So far we have never heard of all these things lah. So far. Thank God, touch wood. All right, now imagine if you add one more room. Okay, now if you add one more room, okay, and you rent out the rooms separately. All right, okay, now a fully furnished condo, all right, if you rent it out, it's 1,900 only. All right, maybe if it's a new one, bigger size, maybe you get more. Right, now imagine if you rent out room by room. Master room, you can rent out 920 easily for 2 tenants. Okay, I'm just giving a conservative figure. Medium room, 800, no problem, no sweat. Small room, 730, no sweat. All right, and if you were to add a partition room, is it mandatory to put fire extinguisher at the premises? Please do, please. Okay, please do. It's very cheap. A word of advice: don't buy the 5 kg, buy the 3 kg, so that if your female tenant, they can carry the fire extinguisher. The 5 kg, I think no, there was 7 kg, they cannot carry, it's too heavy. All right, buy the 3 kg, right? It's about this size, so the ladies can carry. All right, it is not mandatory because you are not a business premise, but it will be good. It will be good because and if you are renting rooms, what we do, we always teach our property investor and our sublet operator. All right. Just send a video to them and let them see how to use a fire extinguisher. Okay. All right. So now imagine if you have another room, you add another room, all right, which costs roughly about fully whole room, including wiring and everything, is about 5,000 to 6,000 ringgit. Now, if you collect 600, less than 1 year, you get back all your partition room investment already. Okay, after that is pure profit every month. So your total rental is 3,050, right? I'm talking about this is a conservative figure. Okay, now you still need to pay electricity. All right, average one room 25 ringgit, average 30 maybe, depending on your location of your building. If your building is facing the western sun, afternoon sun, then your building may use more electricity. Okay. Better values and put safety notice, prevention items for these windows. Yep, safety notice, correct. Okay, then you need to give them Wi-Fi. All right. Now, why people like to rent room? Because they have free Wi-Fi. All right, but actually you pay for it lah. Actually they pay for it because it is inside the rental already. Okay, average 30 ringgit for the whole condo. Average lah, average. Okay, as long as it is not service apartment. Standard Shabas, I think 30 ringgit is more than enough. Okay, 20 ringgit for small thing, average every month. And of course, housekeeping. All right, housekeeping, 1 week you get the kakak to come and clean 25 ringgit, 30 ringgit one time. 1 month, 100 ringgit, average lah. Average. Okay, if you have your own kakak, just bring her lah. Okay, now the best thing is, all right, you collect more deposit. Right? Look at this deposit. You collect 9,000 plus, but if you were to rent, 1,009, all right, you only collect 5,000 plus only. Okay, 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, now if you rent rooms, you actually collect more cash. Okay, and investor love it because cash flow. Okay, maintenance fee, you have to pay. You're the owner. You have to pay maintenance fee yourself. Okay, now, okay, your car park renter. You can rent car park. Let's say if your condo has 1 car park, you can rent out 1 car park to any of the tenant. Or if the tenant don't want, you can give it. You can rent out to another tenant. So in total, you see, you can actually get 3,002, compared to 1,009. You see, compared to 1,009, if you were to rent one whole unit, maybe 2,000, maybe 2,002. Right, but you get 3,200 ringgit, and the car park you can still make money. It's very normal. Look, it's very normal. All the condo, all the owners, like me, like all our operators or our owners, we never give free car park one. We collect money. Sometimes 180, some 150, some 120. It's very normal because everybody wants car park. Okay. Okay, now. Let's do a reality check. Now, is it easier to find a 800 ringgit customer or 2,000 ringgit customer? Which one is easier? I need your comment. $800 people who rent the room for 800 ringgit. It's all over Klang Valley. Every day, people will call you looking for rooms. All right. That's why a lot of my students, they came to my class. All right. They're actually property investor, right? They buy a unit. All right. Then they come to the class. They pay 800 plus. They come and learn. I give them template. I give them tenancy agreement, house rules, all the thing, how to do renovation, where to find the contractor, even how to get cleaner and everything, and how to buy spare part. All right. So they learn. After that, wow, it's so easy. Yeah. Immediately they advertise. The room filled already. Some of them, they've been trying to rent out the whole unit. I tell you, even Old Klang Road. I don't want to mention the condo. All right, it started with the C. 2 years empty. She came to my class, 2 years. After she came to my class, she went back and practiced it. 3 weeks later, her house is full, more than what she expected. Okay, all right. Now, because it's much easier to get an 800 ringgit customer. How many 2,000 ringgit customer do we have? Okay, now that's reality. Okay, now let me share some fun facts with you. Okay, you can use these fun facts to help to sort of teach your tenant, teach your investor. Okay, Mr. Investor, don't worry. Okay, you buy, there's very high demand around this area. A lot of students, a lot of executive, a lot of people working in Mid Valley. Here to Mid Valley is only 5 minutes. Those sort of things. Right? Sorry, I'm not teaching you how to do sales. But you can actually use this kind of sublet technique. Okay. Now, is there a strong demand for rooms? Yes. Malaysia population, every year we are increasing 500,000 every year, non-stop. All right, 500,000 every year we are having 500,000. If we include the foreigner, I think even more. All right, non-stop. Our population has been going up, so there's always demand for rooms. Okay, this batch come, next year another batch come, another batch come. Every year people are looking for rooms. Why? Property is getting more and more expensive. I'll come to that later. Okay, I know, we are all property agents. Property is getting more and more expensive. Where can people afford to buy property? Okay, and utility is getting more and more expensive. Repayment are getting more and more expensive. I don't want to rent. I'm one person. I don't want to rent an apartment. I and my girlfriend only. I don't want to rent an apartment. Okay, so that's why people are looking for rooms. So you can tell and teach your investor how to do room rental. There's no shame. It's not mafan. I'll explain more later. Fun fact number 2, more and more colleges, more and more educated people, more and more people coming to KL to work. Okay, there's a very high demand for rooms. That's why we are teaching 60 people every month, 1,000 students every year. And we are controlling because we don't want to expand too fast. Okay, we don't expand too fast. Okay, and because our fees also is quite high. All right, our physical class is 2,000 plus. Webinar also 2,000. So a lot of people, they want to come, but if you are a property investor, 2,000, wow, very high. So they may consider. All right. Now imagine every year half a million graduates coming out from university. There's so much demand for rooms. This university graduate, they come out, they only make 2,000-3,000 ringgit, 3,000 plus. How can they afford to rent one whole apartment? You tell your prospect, all right, Mr. Prospect, don't worry. This area is a very young area, very hip area. A lot of people will come and look for rooms. You go and do room rental. Don't worry. I show you how. I teach you how. All right. Or if you really want to learn, okay, go to Subletting Asia. Just go there. You learn everything already. They even give you the template also for everything for tenancy agreement. All right. So let's go further. Okay. Now this one is December 2017. I didn't update also. So imagine every year there's 500,000 fresh grad coming up. This is public university. All right, these are the public university. What about the private universities? Non-stop. All right, people looking for rooms. Okay, and that's why we are growing and growing every year. Okay, all right. So fun fact number 3, young people cannot afford to buy property already. I know. Okay, even my son, my daughter also cannot afford. I had to come up with the deposit for them. All right, the deposit, they buy a 500,000, 600,000, no matter what. Okay, even though we have what you call no money down, this and that, rebate, whatever, we still have to come up with money. All right, and they make 2,000-3,000 ringgit a month. How to save money? Okay, the car also belongs to daddy one. All right, okay, all right. So now imagine prices is going up and going up. How to buy property? All right. Now, landed house, 1 million. Nobody can afford already. All right. Fresh grad cannot afford already. Condo, 400,000-500,000. They cannot afford already. They have to pay 3,000-4,000 a month. After pay the condo installment, they got no money to eat already. Okay. Okay. So more and more people, okay, cannot afford to buy, and more people cannot afford to rent whole unit. That's why there's so many empty condo. So when you talk to your prospect, you have to give them some confidence how to get renter. All right, and share them some sublet secrets, so-called. Okay, I know. Look at this. Okay, existing stock 2020. You can get it in that page. All right. Already another 40,000 coming to the market. All these people will be fighting with all the previous stock. Every year they are fighting. So if you have a new unit, you're fighting with the old unit. And the old unit, all right, old empty unit is fighting with the new unit. Okay, so when you're trying to rent unit, it's so difficult. Okay, what about the Soho unit? What about the service apartment? There's so many, fighting. So if we can tell our prospect, Mr. Prospect, rent rooms is very easy. Okay, I can show you how. I can explain to you how. Okay, okay. So if you can do that, then give them some tips, some ideas. All right, they will buy from you. They will give you the 2% deposit. Okay. Fun fact number 5. Okay. Now, a lot of people don't know. Okay, but in the market, we also have this. In the market, you just only pay 25 ringgit. 25 ringgit. And you can monitor the house already. Your house got 4 tenants or 4 rooms, just pay 25 ringgit every month. Okay, you can monitor your own house. You can rent rooms already. Everything is online already. Just only 25 ringgit. Okay, later you all can scan wiki number. Okay, and you can ask her, it's 25 ringgit only to manage your own condo. If you tell your client, if you tell a prospect, what? 25 ringgit only? Oh, so easy, so cheap. She will go manage. She will buy from you. She will buy from you. All right, because she don't have to worry about paying property manager's fees. Go and pay the agent 10% every month, 15% every month. She don't need you. Okay, she can see online. She can see. Now with CCTV, you can talk to the CCTV. All right, it's only 100 plus CCTV. It's so cheap, so much technology to help you to monitor your own property investment. Okay, so fun fact number 6, we have a very big community. All right, we have a very big sublet landlords and sublet operator community. We have meeting every month. All right, every month we have meeting. We come together, we share, we blacklist tenant blacklist, we deposit, we share everything. We share everything. Then we tell this condo, don't go there. The management corporation, they will blacklist you for doing partition. We know we have a community, all right, and we exchange ideas, we exchange information, where to buy this, where to buy that, where's the best offer. And it's free. This membership is free, all right, because it's a sublet operator club. Okay, you join, you have a community ready to help you, ready to answer your question. Okay, I'm actually the founder of Sublet Operator. Okay, and I have coached hundreds, not even maybe 1,000 property investors that I don't know, and they text me. I share, no problem. All right. Okay. Fun fact number 7, free websites. Hundreds of free websites for room rental. Hundreds. You don't need iProperty. You don't need Property Guru. I don't know whether I should say this or not, but one property website has bought the other property website. In future, advertisement will be more expensive. Okay, it's going to be more expensive because it's going to be a bit monopolistic already. Okay, so in future, if you want to advertise condo for rent, we have to pay more already. So, but when you pay rent rooms, free. All the room rental websites are free. And they're huge. They're big. I believe so big. It's free. Okay, they have their own paid one. All right, but it's free. There's so many. I can name you hundreds. I can easily give you 100 names. Don't talk about it. Not only website, Facebook, hundreds of groups, all free. All right, you just post, people ding ding dong dong, all the messages come already. You can rent out your room so fast. Okay, you cannot rent out your room because you are lazy to advertise only. That's all. Okay, if you're not lazy to advertise, your house got only 4 rooms. All right, you need 4 tenants to come in only. It's so easy. Which website buy the other website? Hey, you don't know You don't know One is start with G, one start with I You don't know Come out the news already, I think 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago, 2-3 days ago. Right, correct. Okay, so that means, right? So you all know what when everybody gabong, things become more expensive already. Okay, don't quote me, All right, so there's so many free websites to rent out your rooms. Okay, you tell your investor, Mr. Investor, don't worry, you rent rooms, you rent out rooms. There's so many websites, so many Facebook. Okay, and if they want, they can always come to our free sharing. We have a lot of free sharing. Okay, and that is why so many people come to our classes. So many investors. You see, all these are investors. All these are investors. Some of them are bloody rich. I have people having 50 property come to my class. 50 property, they come to my class because they want to learn how to manage their own property. Of course, we share the system with them. They pay money, we share the system with them, we teach them. All right, some of them after learning, they buy more property. Okay, because no matter what, when you rent rooms, you increase your ROI minimum 20% minimum. All right, so when you tell your client, do you want a faster way to get back your ROI, or do you want a better way to get back your ROI? Your investor, yes, I want. You tell them rent rooms. I will show you how. I will give you some tips how. Okay, point them to us if you are very busy. Okay, in fact, I think my CEO is going to work with a KW. We're going to conduct some free sharing. Yeah, we don't mind to teach all your clients some free sharing. We don't mind. You see, look at that. All these are investors. They are not calife, you know. They are all investors, you know. All right. All these people are property investors, you know. Of course, some of them they want to come and learn how to do sublet to make money. Okay, right? Let me show you some of our testimonial. This is real testimonial. Okay, Kongsi Bacha, Uncle James, just to share that my rooms at Rains finally fully tenanted. Rains, he bought 1.1 million. 1.1 million, but now at least he said he can cover 80% of the installment. He came to my class. He's so grateful. He's so grateful he came to my class because he was bleeding for 1 year, you know. Yeah, almost 1 year after VP. You can imagine, Rains, you know, 1.1 million, he bleeding, you know. So he moved back to Ipoh. Okay, all right. So yeah, Rains, you know, who say cannot, Rains high class, who say cannot rent room? Can rent room what? 1,005 ringgit master room. Sorry, 1,006 ringgit master room. Medium room, 1,002. All right. Then the other room, because I think 2 room got toilet one. Then the other room, 1,000. I helped him to design, make another room beside the kitchen. So they close the kitchen door and the kitchen hole and make another room in the living room. That room also can rent 800 ringgit. So he don't need to bleed so much. All right. He say, the moment he advertise, we teach our investor, we teach our students who come to our class, we teach them how to advertise. We call it phantom marketing. If you want to know, maybe you all can ask. I think Charles, we can send some info. So if I get to cover 80%, still need to pay. But he has been losing money for the last 1 year. Okay, he cannot rent out the unit. You know, right now, at least got somebody stay, you know. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now this one is another investor. Okay. You see, but I have to admit, your viewing method really works for me. 2 tenants came to view, both confirmed. All right. We teach them how to do. We teach them how to do room viewing. Okay. So as you can see, these are some of the feedback. Okay. All right. We teach them how to do it. All right. So they always share in our group. We have a very big group. Every month we have a group. You see, I inspect the house and room, and just before the buy, ensure the lights clean. So a lot of it's so simple. It's very basic things everybody can learn. Even the showroom, the show unit also you have to go and clean up. Correct or not? Very basic. Okay. So yeah. I a bit faster. Let me show you some. All these people, all right, investor, after buying, they come. Young, old. Let me show you share with you a short video.
Thank you, Uncle James.
This guy is a property agent.
This property
10 years.
Close to 10 years. But then these 2 days really learned a lot of things which I never know at all about sublet business. Uncle James, really godfather of sublet business, I think. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Uncle James. I'm very new to this business. Thank you for the time and effort conducting this class last 2 days. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Uncle James, for a lot of additional tips. Since I've started earlier, but this sublet actually as a course giving me a lot of insights, especially on the marketing, how to take care of the tenant. So definitely I'm going to implement what I've learned and hope that I will boost my increase my sales and number of sublet.
This guy is a Standard Chartered Bank banker.
Hi, Uncle James. Thank you so much for the time spent with us. Thank you for being so genuine and so selfless in providing us service. We will honor it.
Okay, I'll do a quick one. All right. So yeah. Okay, who wants to know how we can do sublet easily? Say I. Come on. Who wants to know? We do a quick, faster one. All right. Okay, it's very easy. Gadgets. All right. The handphone is so powerful. All right. Now even our doing sublet also we have to use apps already. Okay, we use gadgets, we use hands phone. Okay, so what we do, all right, to control electricity for the aircon, whatever, we use meter. All right, we call this a prepaid meter. You pay money, you get credit, you can on your aircon. You didn't pay money, no credit, no aircon, and the money goes straight to the investor pocket. All right, no special account, no need. Okay, so you tell your investor, don't worry, boss, don't worry. All right, let me show you. Okay, this is how you do it. It's so simple. All right, you just put all this inside every room. Okay, we just put it in the DB box. That's it. All right, and they won't be able to abuse the electricity. Okay, right? So you teach this your client, teach this your prospect, they'll buy. Oh, this one is so good. I can control the aircon electricity. They will buy already. Okay, lock. Okay, this is electronic lock, door lock. All right, Wi-Fi, fingerprint. Okay, and it is also linked to the apps. So if your tenant don't pay rental, you lock it. All right, you can go remote online and lock his door. He cannot go in anymore. He cannot take his thing out also. So this is all for monitoring the business. So everything is so easy already. All right, you want to collect rental, whatever. Okay, you can use apps. There's so many apps. There's so many tenant management apps. You know, just like condo management. All right, we have tenant management apps also. It's so easy. That's why it's only cost 5 ringgit per tenant. To manage one house, you just pay 25 ringgit. All right, and your investor can monitor his house anywhere in the world as long as you have data. Okay, so let me show you how it works. Quick one.
Welcome to UCX Tenant Management System. This system is for property investors, tenants, sublet operators, and investor club. When property investors switch to sublet room rentals, they will face few challenges, such as collecting rentals for different tenants staying in the property, splitting the utility bills, monitoring the aircon usage, since this consumes highest electricity and is personal according to individual tenants in the room, as well as handling different tenant problems, which is best to outsource to sublet operators. Anyhow, renting out by rooms will definitely enable property investors to get higher rental yield. With this system, property investors can easily monitor their property. Hence, with the help of SKA sublet operators, property investors can grow their property portfolio in more areas, increasing their rental yield with less hassle. Let's look at the system, ucxsystem.com. Here is the login page. As a landlord, you may add in and monitor all the properties you have, the list of rooms handled by which operator, and the status whether it is occupied or still vacant. List of tenants with their tenancy start date and end date. The system will also prompt the property investors once the tenant's tenancy agreement is almost ending. And finally, income statement. At the end of the month, property investors can see from their income statement how much their net rental profit from a property by monitoring the collection of rental and other income, as well as taking into account all the expenses such as water, internet, electricity, etc. Next, let's look at how the tenant make the payments. After tenant log in to the system, they can see this dashboard for the pending payments they have to make. Billing is automatically generated at the end of the month. The rental reminders is auto sent to tenants at the end of the month too. Once tenants has made their payment, receipt is also automatically generated and sent to the tenants by email. Another feature is the feedback form. If tenants face any problems while staying in the property, they can submit their feedback immediately, and sublet operators will be able to support. The tenants can also leave positive feedbacks on their stay. Okay, this system enables landlords to monitor and collect rental from tenants easily. Tenants can pay their rental via auto debit, credit card, or online banking. If tenants selected auto debit, the property investor don't have to consistently chase for payment. As for monitoring and managing aircon usage, we highly recommend property investors to install this smart meter and connect to the UCX system. Tenants can manage their own energy consumption, where they can self-top up using the system, right? And property investors, on the other hand, can also remotely monitor the energy usage, remotely switch off the aircon immediately after the tenant checkout, and if tenant preferred post-paid method, the system provides easy usage calculation. This is how the aircon metering dashboard looks like in UCX system. A good system shortens the road to the goal, according to Ralph Waldo Emerson. So please contact UCX team support today.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Taiji, yes, do you rent whole apartment, then rent? Okay, we call this rent to rent. In other words, the owner collects money renter. Hang on. Collects rent and let you handle. Yes, we do that. We call that we call that asset management. Yes, we do that. Yep. Okay. So let me carry on. Okay. So maybe you can scan the QR code. Then you can call Wiki, or you can message Wiki and ask for more info. Maybe you can help your investor. Okay, your buyers, your prospect. Okay, you can learn a bit more. She's don't mind to give you a free talk, free sharing. Then from there you learn a bit more. Then you can educate your investor, your current investor, or your future investor. Okay. Yep. Sorry. Okay. So I'm done already. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. You all can scan her number. Yep. Thank you. Yes. Any questions? We still got time to take some questions.
Yeah, you do. There was a question earlier. One may have a rental agreement with the owner. How do you make individual agreements with the tenant, deposits, and etc.?
Same. It's basically the same. The only thing is with tenants, you need to add in some house rules. Okay, some house rules and some do's and don'ts. Okay, like no overnight visitor, no pets, no dogs, no cats, no shoes inside the house, you know, those sort of things. Yeah, so it is it's the same like a tenancy agreement with your landlord or with the normal tenancy agreement. Okay, but you just need to edit a bit. Or you can use a standard tenancy agreement and don't draft your own house rules.
There's another question. It asks, how much is the system?
25 ringgit. Seriously. But of course, you have to buy the meter, this and that, you know. I think you have to talk to Vicky lah. Yeah, but you actually pay 25 ringgit every month. Yeah, 25 ringgit per house. Seriously. Seriously. Yep. Mr. Charles, I think you have to ask, how do they share parking lot? Okay, this is a universal problem. Okay, the whole condo got 800 owners. Okay, everybody have the same problem. So it is not your problem. Okay, and at the same time, actually it is the tenant problem. If the room renter, room prospect wants to rent rooms, and he say, oh, no kappa, no kappa. Oh, you no, sorry, no kappa. Oh, no kappa, I don't want to rent. Never mind, go lah. There will be somebody who wants to rent what? Correct or not? All right. Who is keeps the unit clean? As you lah. You are the, the property investor lah. Okay, I like this one. Zooming, hang on, zooming, legal laws and zoning permits. Okay. There is no zoning thing as long as you keep within the parameters of the Strata Title Act. Yep. And for tenancy agreement with tenants, we just follow the law of contracts. Okay, because tenancy agreement so far until now we don't have a law. Okay, the Residential Tenancy Act supposed to be debated in Parliament 2 years ago, and something happened, change of government, this and that. Then last year COVID, this year COVID. I think the Residency Act will delay again. But the Residential Tenancy Act is more to protect the tenant, protect both parties, so that there's no argument in future. All right, I sue you, you sue me. So in future, when we have the act, then it's good for everybody. The RTA, I think you all must have a follow-up on that also. Okay, the Strata Management Act. Okay, as long as you follow the Strata Management Act, so then everything will be okay. Okay, is the unit clean? Okay, roughly how much is the meter? The meter is 165. Yeah, 165 is a prepaid. All right, you can actually see some of this in Shopee and Lazada, but those are not prepaid. Yeah, landed properties can sublet by similar. Oh, landed property even better, because the kitchen is at the back, and in front got car wash, yeah, even better. I started in SS15. I started doing sublet using double-story house. At one time, I had 45. I was managing 45 double-story house, SS15. Everybody knows me. Everybody call me Uncle James. I got my name from there. All right, and I would encourage you all to do sublet for your landed house, because if you rent one whole unit, it's only 1,000 ringgit. Goodness me, because landed house have no value. Nobody want to rent. No, you do not need. Yeah, correct, Mr. Taichi. Yeah, your rental is included inside the electricity, except for the aircon. All right. No, you don't need BOMBA approval so far. BOMBA approval is only needed if you do it in shop lot. Shop lots above the shops. All right, Soho also they don't care lah. Shop lots so BOMBA very mafan one. I have done it before. I applied BOMBA because I was a contractor for Taylor, and Taylor asked me to apply, so I actually apply. May I know which mean if gossip need to assign? Yeah. No. You don't need. Okay. Agreement with land or assign need to have them. Okay. Mr. Chun, Mr. Lim, Chun Lim, Mr. Lim. I tell you what. You go and text Vicky. If you want to learn more, we have a free masterclass. You don't have to sign anything. Okay, we have a free masterclass. 2.5 hours. Wednesday is English, Thursday is Chinese. You go and listen. A lot of people come and listen one. Hundreds of people come and listen one. Okay, you go and listen. All right, you can ask a lot of questions there. Okay, so you're talking about rent to rent. Rent to rent is a very long process. I don't have time to share here. You can go to the masterclass and they will tell you more. Yep. How to count electricity bill if room one aircon? Yeah, the meter. All right, the meter. So you charge 50 cents per kilowatt. All right. So you set inside the meter. All right. Our technical team, the technical team will help you to set. So you charge 50 cents per kilowatt. Tenaga sell at 54 cents. So legally you are not profiting. So Tenaga don't care about you. Yep. Okay. Any more questions?
I think that is all. Yeah, so thank you so much, Uncle James, for all the knowledge and all the information that you've shared. Again, as always, if you guys want to find out more information about what all this is about, Vicky's contact and also the Google form is in the chat box. So if you want to, please go ahead and sign up. Elaine had a question. Every room with 1 unit.
1 meter. Yes, yes, every meter. Okay, this meter is very unique. It's not only you put on the aircon, all right? If you want to spend a little bit extra money, the whole room, everything, every electrical appliances inside the room also can connect here. All right. So if let's say if you are going like double-story house, all right, you're going to rewire everything, then you put everything inside here. So you no need to worry about what they do inside the room. Where they have 10 computers, they do Bitcoin mining also, never mind. Okay, okay, because you shouldn't pay for it.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, yeah, so if you guys can just leave your thanks in the chat box, Uncle James will really appreciate it. And we want to just thank you again, Uncle James, for all your sharing. Okay, so for the rest of us, tomorrow morning, we still have another session. It is hold on. Yeah, tomorrow morning we have a session. George Tan will be speaking on the lead generation model. So be here for that tomorrow morning. And that is all for today. Thank you so much for coming. We will see you tomorrow morning. Bye,
Thank you, everybody. Good night. Thank you.